our top 5 fighters who should retire. This I think could be a good
I'm
discussion.
gonna give I'm gonna give a
Who's the
couple
first
right
guy? Let
now.
me ask. Who's the first guy that comes to mind?
Tony.
Tony Ferguson. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would agree with you on that. I mean, he's lost 5 straight fights. He keeps taking damage. Like he's already a bit, a little delusional and everything. But yeah, like he's got. I think he's got to retire. Another guy who I think about is what's his name? I was let me.
Stipe?
I mean, Stipe is already retired. No,
Yeah, he
like
pretty
I mean,
much.
I think Usman should look to retire because like
Honestly, I think Usman should retire. I
his
think
knees
like
are
why
done.
why
His
not?
knees are
Why not
done.
just call it quits?
His knees are done. He gets to get another hand surgery. Like if you beat you're not. It seems like he's not going to fight Leon. So like, so what's gonna? I mean, look. The only thing that could happen though is what if Chimaev wins the bout at 170, moves to 185, wins the bout at 185, and then he vacates. So he vacates the 170-pound belt, and then Leon and Usman fight for the 170-pound belt, vacated 170-pound belt. That
Yeah.
makes sense. No.
Mhm.
But yeah, I think Usman should look to retire soon. I mean, even Adesanya should look to retire soon. You know what I mean? Like
I don't agree with that though because Adesanya is still young and
he's
he just lost
34.
once. Like he
Yeah.
could still beat up guys in the middleweight
But
division.
like what but like you gotta realize about Adesanya, like guys are coming up like Bo Nickel, Chimaev,
But they're not there yet.
wrestlers.
And I think
Like
I think
Chimaev's
Adesanya
there.
destroys Strickland. I think he beats Cannonier again. I think he beats Vittori.
I mean,
Like
also you
he
gotta
still
remember
has a bunch of free wins.
Adesanya's made a lot of money already. You know what I'm
I
saying?
know,
Like
but I'm just saying, like, I don't think he should
he's got a
retire. Like, I don't want him
personality.
to retire. Like, I want to see Adesanya fight. I'll be
Yeah.
honest.
You want
I'm
to see
not a
him
huge
fight?
fan of him, but like, he's still Adesanya, it's
For
still
like
a
a fight
relatively
night,
big
it'd be
name.
fine. For a fight night,
Yeah,
it'd be fine.
I'd love to see Adesanya fight against some new guys.
Yeah, but yeah, I mean, I don't know. I just think that like, I mean, he's made a lot of money. He's not taking much damage. Like, you're
I don't think he should
35.
retire.
Like,
I
I
think
wouldn't mind it.
Adesanya
I
is gonna
wouldn't
fight
mind it.
for a long time.
I wouldn't mind it personally. But another guy, I think Volk should start thinking about it soon. And I think he is thinking about it because I mean, he's moving up. He's 35 years old.
Yeah.
He's gonna move
See, the
up.
thing, I just have a completely different idea of who I think should retire. Like when I
Let's
think of
hear us.
retirements, I think of guys that were champions one day, but now they're not even ranked. Like I don't think a guy who is just lost his belt should really retire. Like I feel like guys that should retire are guys like Tony that are just
I mean,
so trash.
Tony should for sure retire,
That's what I mean. Like I think a
I
guy
just
like
think if you're
Tony.
but I'm not necessarily saying that they should retire out of like because they're too old or they can't fight. I just think that I'm saying it because I think it could mess up their legacy if they continue fighting, if that makes any
Uh
sense.
huh. I
You know what I'm
understand
saying?
that.
Like, so like I think like a guy like Usman, I think like it could may only hurt his legacy to continue fighting. A guy like Volk, you lose to Islam, you'll beat a Yair and then or an Emmett, whoever wins that fight, and then you retire so you don't hurt your legacy losing
But it
to a
also
guy like
looks bad for
Fury.
Usman if he retires. People could say he's a coward and he ran away.
But like, dude, but people could also remember that whole fight he was smoking Leon until the end. You know what I'm
True.
saying? So like, but like, do you risk? Like, I think Leon has more of an advantage now too. So what if Leon beats him again? Like,
Yeah.
truly, I think that's a like. So that's why I'm saying. And then
Here's another guy. I think Gagey should look to retire
why Gaethje? Because the brain damage.
because like you look at his. I mean, he doesn't even have a legacy to begin with, and he'll never be champ.
Yeah, but like
After this next
that's a
fight
lot
he
of fighters.
loses, he should retire.
That's a lot of fighters, though. You know what I'm saying? A lot of fighters are kind of in a similar case, but
I know that's what I mean. Like I have to say this. I would like to see Usman fight again. I'd like to see Adesanya fight. I one more Gagey loses, I don't want to see him fight anymore because he'll just
But
keep
like
losing.
but you know what I'm saying though about those guys? It's because of the legacy wise. You know what I'm saying? I think they should
No, I,
retire
I
for their
get that.
legacies.
I get that. But I'm not, for example, I only think your legacy is damaged if you're going on a massive streak like Tony.
But like, let me ask you, like, what would be worse if Usman like goes out with getting like KO'd with that like the or getting losing again to Leon? You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
it'd be worse. It'd definitely be worse.
Yeah, like, but and then what
But
about Adesanya? What would be worse? Like,
oh, it
reti-
definitely would be worse for
retiring
sure.
now or retiring after
But
losing
that's why I
career
think instead
again?
of that, they should
You
look
know
for other matchups. Like
that.
Usman should look for a Burns rematch. Like you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Get a something
yeah.
that you
Or
could win,
Adesanya looks for
and
like a
then try to
Vittori
earn another
rematch.
title shot. Like if Izzy, if for example, Izzy could lose to Pereira again and not have his legacy ruined because of this.
Who's this
What if he
Pereira?
takes top a couple other fights, wins, and then gets a shot again? People will remember he was still winning.
Yeah,
You
that's
know,
true.
same with
Yeah,
Usman. If he gets a couple wins, comes back, loses again, well, people will remember those fights that he took before that last fight that he had, where he
yeah,
got a couple wins after getting knocked out for the first time.
yeah. I mean,
But
I
for
think
me, I think a guy like Tony 100% retire.
Tony.
Like
Yeah, I don't know why he's
he's
still.
he's in Harvard right now. He should just stay at
I
Harvard.
think Masvidal should also retire
Masvidal's
too.
a guy I think that should
Three
look to
straight
retire too
losses. Like, what else is he?
after his next fight for sure.
What else is he gonna like? Who else can he beat? Like, I don't think he really beats anybody in the top 15. Truly, like he's a one
Or
hit.
here's another thing: are there any guys that you'd like to see go to a different organization?
I mean, Paulo Costa. I
I'd
would
like to see Paulo Costa in Bellator.
Paulo Costa, Darren Till, maybe.
You know, Yoel Romero is getting a title
Yeah,
shot in Bellator.
yeah. Like, who knows? It could change your career up.
I think
You know,
Darren Till, maybe go to another
Bellator.
organization.
Yeah, I think Darren Till, Paulo
Let me
Costa,
ask you, which fighter are you the saddest about seeing their decline? For me, it's got to be Till. Like
Till.
Till
Yeah,
was a guy that I thought would always be,
good.
a high level guy, winning a few in the rankings and then maybe losing one, winning a few in the rankings. He's lost literally like five out of his last six.
Till, Tony, I would say. Connor. Can't forget
Dude,
about
Connor,
Connor.
yeah,
You
but the
know,
thing about Connor is it's less sad because he fights less frequently, and the only people that have actually beat him,
are
aside
really
from Nate
good
Diaz,
guys.
are like really good.
Really good
Like
guys.
Till's losing to Drickus and Derek Brunson now, which is kind of like
Yeah.
they're good, but they're not like the elite. Connor's losing to Dustin and Habib,
And
and of
also how
course
he's
Nate Diaz, but
losing.
that was a one-off.
Yeah. And also he wasn't expecting the Diaz thing. Yeah, no, I would say Connor is still sad though. I think, but Till, dude, after that last night, that was tough to see how excited he was to be back in the cage, to like how his whole fight week like antics, like that was really heartbreaking, honestly. Till, I think Tony too, because like Tony at one point was arguably the best fighter in that division, and then he's lost five straight, and he's still trying to fight. Like, come on now. And he also lost to like a garbage Nate Diaz. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's like
Yeah,
how bad can you be at that point? So like that fight was crazy because both those guys were so bad, but one of them was gonna have to get a win. You know what I'm saying? Like those are the only guys who either of those guys could have beat in that division. So
yeah.
yeah, I think both of them are sad. But I think I would probably say Till is number one.